Basically, we're producing the speed, we're producing electric racing carts and leisure carts. This is our core business. As you can see here, there's a small fleet which will going in a couple weeks to Philippines. And this is what we're doing here, try to get 512 parts together in one piece and call it as the go-kart.
So, what was your first idea about this business?
First, before 8 years, I started the idea to just educate society about e-mobility, and my vision was to bring here from the US first free Tesla Model S cars, which you saw outside here. And later I figured out that I'm not able to get that kind of the money or investment for my business ideas. So that's why I start step by step. 7, 8 years ago, I started with electric bicycles, but later we converted our capabilities and performance to racing carts and leisure carts. And right now we see there a huge opportunity as the quite empty market, and this is what we're right now doing.
How did you choose this type of business? Like, was it connected with your hobbies?
Not really. I didn't had any experience before with the go-karting or racing. Basically, I finished the art school. My background is the arts. I know how to design and so on. But because after 2008 global crisis, I tried to figure out what I can do for this country. And one of the things which I figured out, the e-mobility can give us the freedom of transport in Latvia and Baltic states in general. And that's why I started to educate myself at home, spend 1.5 years learning about this all. And here we are. Here we're producing new stuff and educate not anymore the society in Latvia, but as well worldwide.
So are you going to try to expand this, your manufacturing to other countries, or are you going to stick with Latvia and expand your current production to different cities so it's easier to manufacture items?
Yeah, if you're looking from this kind of type of businesses, usually most of the companies do a lot of outsourcing. In our case, we decide to go in different strategy. We try to do as much as possible here. That's why we're building a huge team. We have almost 40 people where we try to get them the knowledge how to build these electric transportation solutions. It's very hard, but in long term, we gain a lot of knowledge which allow us to go in any direction where we want. And right now, we concentrate all our knowledge, skills, whatever we have here in Latvia. And later when we need to expand, we can decide where and how, because we know from the small part, software, whatever, to go whatever we need.
Have you ever had your breaking point at the business?
Breaking point?
Breaking point.
In beginning, it was from one side easy because you have vision, you really believe it, and you with huge enthusiastic pushing as far as possible. But later, what you figure out, you can't do all those things alone. Then you need a lot of people who help you. And then you start to struggling, because when you are a small team, like 3, 4, 5 people, you are like a special force team. You know what each person do, and it's easy goes forward. Later, when you are 30, 40, 50, then you need to switch your mind to operate them all, and it's not anymore like it was before. And that points you all the time. Yeah, you need to change your mindset completely, which you never had before. And this is kind of the breaking points. And it's like you're going forward, a small team, you reach some certain goal, then you understand if you want to grow, you need bigger team. Then you crash a little bit because you try to adapt yourself, all team, all system. Then you figure out, it depends how long time it takes. Then you again rising, and most likely after 100 or 200, where you start to expand in different countries production, there will be new breaking points.
What is your biggest risk as a business owner?
It depends of the country where you're living, but the risks are a lot. But if you're looking here, there is a lot of legal risks. The country are not designed to be innovative. and there is a lot of bureaucracy which all the time limiting you. And with new technology, it's very hard. So that's why you're sometimes looking to go to other countries to move faster. If you're looking on other countries, it's of course there's as well different limitations which you don't have here. And this is always kind of the struggling where you need to figure out where better, how better, and so. But risks there is always. You can any day happen like we had the COVID. It's huge risk was. Basically, we are entertainment company where we should be closed. But we didn't went this way. We find out way how we can grow. When start the war in Ukraine, a lot of supply chains was completely different and customers cancel. We again swap our way how we think and all the time try find out the right path.
Okay. How do you attract customers to buy your go-karts? So do you produce ads or do you reach out to them to maybe sponsor? They sponsor you to test your cars first? How does that work?
Yeah, the whole go-kart industry actually is quite small. It's around €1 billion industry. It's small. And most of them working like previous. They bring the product to customer to present them. Customer decide they want to buy it or not. And actually it's super expensive. And so we figure out this is not way what we can do because we can't afford like €1 million spend every year to bring carts all around the world. In the same time, we really understand that we are one of the best technologies in the market. So that's why we really pushed in internet. And this is one of the part of the teams, what they're doing. They're working really hard in internet with different things, with the ads, Google things, YouTube. We analyze each region in Mexico, in France, in Spain, Japan, what kind of things they understand, whereas sometimes, like example, in Mexico, there is the barrier language issues. So that's why we're doing there a lot of videos. And even if you do not understand what's there, you really can see, and so on. So it's a lot of in internet. Nowadays, it's much more easier to reach higher levels than previous technologies before.
In this time, how much people is in your team?
We are more or less around 40 people. It's sometimes a little bit less, sometimes up, but normally per year, 1.5 years we was 7. So we steadily growing like 1-2 persons per month all the time. And we keep, I'm quite sure till end of this year we will be around 50-60 people and even maybe more.
How old were you when you got an idea for a business, and how old were you when you realized that idea?
I started work with those things, as I mentioned, in 2000, after 2008, 2009, 10. I think I was like 22, 23, something, yeah, when I started to push something in real business way.
Can anyone make this business happen, or should people switch from not go-karts, let's say scooters, to electric vehicles? Should people try to test if they can make this kind of business successful?
I really believe that the business, it's not about the product, but okay, product is one part. You need the product or service or whatever it is, but mainly I really believe business is about the person who are ready to bring it till the certain goal. And in case Latvia is not go-kart market, if I want to be the go-kart market, I should be in Italy or UK, because there is 80% of worldwide known go-karts. And if I'm looking on my odds at this moment here, I'm close to 0. And same with other things. And that's why I'm certain that, yeah, the persons are those who bring the goals. And if you have a business idea, it's only up to you. Are you ready to bring it till the goal or not? A product service, later you will have the team and you will figure out how to make it better, efficient, earn more, and so on, so on. But if you are not ready to invest, I don't know, 8, 10 years of your life to reach the goal, there is no option to make some proper business, to my mind.
How do you attract the customers?
There is several things. One thing is in internet, where we just let them know what we're doing, how it looks like, and so on. Second thing is we really developing the racing cars, and always racing is like before. Every car production company had the Formula team and they race or Le Mans or whatever. So that's why we really push the racing part, and it improves. We are right now, like we posted yesterday, the new video where we are fastest kart in all karts in general world. There is a lot of categories and we compete them out, all of them. And so this is not, I don't need to make promotion for that. We are just fastest kart in the world right now, and it's not about electric, it's in all karts. And so that's why we're going in this direction, and this is same like Tesla did before. Nobody thought the electric car could be fast, fancy, looking great, and so on. And if you are able to make it, then marketing is just a small part what you need to push.
For people that want to start their own business, what tips could you give them?
Before you start, ask your question why you do it, because there will be a lot of hard times, a lot, thousands, maybe millions. And in these moments, you can ask yourself why you started it. And if the question or answer will be right, then you will find the motivation to go forward. If in the beginning motivation or answer was wrong, you will do not get motivation and you will quit. This is one of the main things. Second thing, for everything you need to pay some price. As I mentioned, which a lot of people do not understand, basically I didn't had 8 years my private life. I have, like last week we had the customer from Belgium. He said, do I have wife and kids? I said, yes, I'm single father and I have 40 kids all around here. And this is how I live 8 years. And this is how you bring those things till some certain goals and make it as the reality. And if you understand those things, then you just need to keep working, and one day you will succeed whatever you go.
When you started the business, did you get help from someone to pay for all the expenses, or did you manage to do it on your own?
In the beginning it was hard because nobody believed that someday all things could be the reality, and not even the Tesla. When I started to talk with the banks, they said it's never will happen and it's complete, yeah, it's never will be in real life. In beginning I was very alone. I pushed very hard, but later when I improved a lot of things, the partners and team members started to join for me, and there was more question about to choose the right partners, not who are ready to invest, but who are the right one which you are ready to go. But really helped me in these first steps, the art school, because the artist started to train to express his vision and understand that nobody other can understand you. You are always pushed out. Nobody understands what you try to impress. So that's why for me it was the same. I tried to impress the people and I didn't expect somebody to understand me. And we still keep going in the same way. But later they will understand.
What is your motivation?
First of all, I really, when I started those things, and after 2008, a lot of people left Latvia because of better job options in Europe, in UK, Netherlands, and so on. My goal was to improve that everybody can make their dream come true here. And that's why I didn't left to US or other countries. I had a lot of options, and I still have a lot of very good options from money perspective. But I really think that everyone from us, or everyone who want to get something done, can do it. And it doesn't matter you are here in Riga or New York. It's only up to you. And that's why I'm sticking here, and as hard it is, I try to push forward.
In your opinion, do you think everybody can be a successful, run a successful business?
In general, yes. It will ask you a lot of times change yourself, train yourself. It's all about training, as everybody can run very fast. Maybe not like a Bolt, but still you can run fast. Everybody can drive very well, but maybe not like the Hamilton or Verstappen, but very well. And I think the business are same. Everybody can be very well if they are ready to train themselves. Maybe you do not reach the world's top 1 position, but okay, if I'm second best in the business, still good. So that's why I truly believe that it takes a lot of effort, need a lot of train, and most cases you need to train those skills which you don't have, but really as well understand which skills you don't have, or find the right persons. Because sometimes, example in my case, I don't know a lot from the accountant things. I don't like numbers, those things in accountant side, not numbers in general. But I really understand. I never be an accountant. I never will be good at that. So that's why I know I need very good accountant. And if you find it, together you can make good business. And this is the way so you can sometimes think.
What do you see happening to your business in the next 5 years? Do you tend to keep your #1 position, or do you want to try playing safe to just improve general things about your go-karts?
No, basically the go-karts for us was a small development step to understand technology in general. Right now we're going in different fields. There is the team who working with the electric bicycles, real bicycles, as well for the military purposes. We're helping with the energy storage systems for renewable energy. We're designing new concepts of the platforms, how we can provide very cheap energy for e-mobility all around in Europe, and so on, so on. There's a lot of projects where we're working for right now. And for me, I'm the person who like to build things. For me, it's not about money or go-karts. It's about build the things. And if I get the bigger opportunity, I will take it. So that's why before 3 years, I can't imagine we will be the fastest go-karts in the world. We are right now. Before 4 years, I can't imagine that we will be the first country in the world who have electric go-kart championship. We are right now here. I can't imagine before 2 years that Formula 1 drivers will test our karts in Monaco. Right now, they're ordering them, not anymore test. So there's a lot of ways where we can go.
How do you think your team is enjoying in the town?
You think about the production everything?
Yes.
About team, it's always, there will be the people who are passionate, and there will be always people who coming like on a job, just do their daily routine and that's it. And yeah, it's always challenge, it's always fight. And those who are motivated, it's more easier to go forward with them because you don't need every day to give them some pills to be better. But those who don't have motivation, they always need to be pushed. And what I find in this position, there's the struggle. From one side, they're telling artists, you should come and motivate us. But from other side, imagine if you are ill, you don't have motivation, you are ill. And I'm like antibiotics for you. Imagine if you are ill, how long time you can live on antibiotics? I think 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, 5 times, but I can't give you antibiotics every day, 35 days per year, 8 years in a row, you will die. So that's why if you don't have your own motivation while you're doing that, then you never reach any goal, if in job or something, and it's not about happiness, whatever. It's just you need to be motivated about what you want to be, and then it's more easier. And yeah.
What are some necessary traits that a person needs to run a successful business?
What kind of?
Necessary traits, like, I don't know, maybe like very motivated or...
Yeah, I understand. First of all, I think, yes, you should be motivated, definitely. If you have motivation, you have this inside drive, you want to go somewhere, then it's more easier to, for those team members, show the way. Okay, let's try maybe there, maybe try there. If you are not motivated and I all the time need you, put you all behind me and pull or push or whatever, then we can't go far. So that's why I think the motivation is very, very important. And it doesn't matter what kind of motivation you have or for what. Sometimes, example, maybe you have super huge motivation to play every day soccer. And you said, okay, I'm ready to work hard, but give me the 2 hours every day to go my soccer games. Fine, go your soccer games. This is your motivation. But after it or before it, you can do the job and put your effort in some other things. Motivation is important, definitely.
How long do you spend managing this business? Do you spend like full time, or do you take breaks sometimes to relax yourself?
Since like half a year, I basically didn't have any free time. It's 24/7 all the time, because customers you have in Japan, they calling me in, I don't know, in 4 in the morning, 3 in the morning. Then you are in Latvia, work in Europe. Then you have customers in Mexico or US, and they call you midnight. And they all the time want to work with you in time where, in their country. And that's why you all the time need to work. Plus you have issues all the time which you need to solve. But what I figure out, the company will be success only at that moment when I can step away. Then I will be, then my goal will be achieved, kind of. Then the team are able to manage the company, because the company are system. If all depends only on me, then the system can break with me in any day. If I get ill, company is dead. If I crashed, company is crashed. So that's why I figure out, and the last 2 years I tried to achieve it. And right now I feel quite comfortable with that, with the team.
When you started this business, what your parents said about it?
Almost nobody in my family didn't understand what I'm doing and where I'm going, but I really enjoyed and would like to say big thanks for my brothers, because they always told me, Artis, we do not understand why you need to do this and where you're going, but okay, if you tell us that we need to help, then we help. And this is what the brothers did all the time, and still helping as much as possible. Parents, they still do not understand, but right now they at least see where we are. 5, 6, 7 years ago, they didn't understand what's the world, how you can make something worldwide known, and so on.
Did your business have any effect during the pandemic?
Pandemic, actually, when it started, we thought it will be very hard for our business. As I mentioned, it was the leisure card business mainly. And what I asked for the team, we need to change the strategy. And what we figured out, that basically every racing driver had the budget for next year, but they are not able to race because of the COVID. And so that's why we didn't anymore concentrate on our time on the leisure cards, but more on the racing cards. And we start to promote for those people who buying top racing cards or luxury cars, promoting them electric racing cards as the alternative how you can practice. And because those who racing have a lot of money, they buy 10,000 or 20,000 cards, it's not a big problem. And that was our success in the COVID. Basically, when the COVID started, races was go down, but our sales went up because we just let the people spend their money different, because they wasn't allowed to use it how they prepared it 1 year ago.
Is there a problem in your business you're currently trying to solve that's been a problem for a long time?
One problem was, which I tried to solve like 2.5 years, how to make a system for the production, because as I mentioned, 512 parts, huge logistics, around 100 suppliers, which you need to manage precisely in 30 days, get them here and assemble this without any problems. Plus you have a lot of welding, painting, cutting and so on. And we try as hard as possible, but we wasn't able. And later we got our colleague, the Edgars, who have almost 8 years experience in Land Rover production in UK. And he basically in 2 months made what we wasn't able to make in 2 years. And right now he's setting up the system which works properly. Basically we raising our production speed every month, like doubling.
Do you consider yourself successful?
That's a nice question. What's the successful? You working 12 hours, you get at home, you drink, eat, go sleep, wake up 6 in the morning, and do it again and again and again, 8 years in a row. Where's the success? People think from the side, those who are not really in, they see as the success because they see, yes, pictures from Monaco, Dubai, from the America and so on, and they see as the success because somebody are able to reach it. But if you are inside, for you, it's not kind of success, it's very hard work. And this success is only the natural outcome because of the hard work. If you're digging the trench, 24 hours, you reach, I don't know, 100 meters, and this is your success. The question is, when you finish it and somebody in the end asks you, are you successful? You will, how are you looking? Yeah, I finished the trench, so yes, I am successful. But most likely you will tell, I'm quite tired and you want to go sleep. So it's a philosophical question.
What are your final goals you want to achieve for your business? Do you have any?
Yeah, I have big goals, but if I start to explain them, the people start to again think I'm even more crazier than I start the go-karts. So that's why I just right now do not tell the full goals where I'm looking to go. But basically, as I mentioned, the go-karts was a super small step how we can get the knowledge and make the team which are able to build bigger things. And right now we really worked for e-mobility, not only in Latvia, but in Europe and so on. And those things later we can transform or to make small cities and towns more efficient than it was before. And our goal is to show how cheap we can live in the future if we do it proper way. Right now nobody wants to understand and nobody wants to invest in that, but that's why we do it by ourselves.